It's a beautiful place to visit. You mentioned the weather being out of this world. It certainly is. Lights will go on shortly. It's good to have Israel to come back as well. If you're a Beveren supporter, he's really bowling with a bit of spice. That 100 is not going to be easy, especially with two fresh batters at the crease.
Yeah, you probably would argue anything under 100 is below par, especially in this finals week. And Alpha struggling to get there at the moment. Still need another 11 to get up to that 3-figure total.
I love the rhythm and the momentum of Israel's run-up.
Yeah.
And I love the way, he really hits the crease at pace. He's not just ambling in. He is hurling it down there. Beats him again, so 2 dots to start the 10th over.
It's a good take there as well. That bounce just in front of normal man. Yeah, but it is very, very rhythmic, isn't it? It's all one sort of fluid motion as he gets to the popping crease.
It's that acceleration which he gets through the run-up. I feel it's quite purposeful. Reminds me a little bit of a left-handed version of Adam Kennedy, who plays for COYMS. He also gets a lot out of his run-up. This time they've had enough, so they're running no matter what. Libby gets something on it, gets his second run. So I know that you're going to stay on the second half of the game. I'm going to get Rico up here with you, because I know that you and Rico, that you'll be working together in the ECS a little bit later in the season, of course, around your studies and around all those times we sent you out there alone.
By then. I'll be finished by then.
You'll be finished? How long you got to go?
Well, I'll be finished for the year. I finish in the first week of May.
Okay. And how many years you got to go after that?
1. I took a gap year because of the old COVID.
I'm still on a gap year.
Yeah.
All right, this is probably lucky runs, or is it? Yeah, it's going, it's gone. Great hurdle as well from Azizullah, but that is a backwards Maximo. Yes, Charlie, it's a Maximo.
Maximo. Well, it's the first time I've heard it live in person. It's nice to see. If you're a Sporting Alphas fan, you'll take that for sure. Doesn't really look like he has much of an idea as to where that's going, but you'll take the end result. It's what goes down in paper. It's 6 more.
Could have easily clonked him in the head, for sure. I guess that's also an Maximo, which is an accidental Maximo, but they'll take the runs. 2 to come, 96. And this one is going to fall in front of the fielder. No, fielder comes in, and now he kicks it. And now they'll probably get 2. Yeah, well, I think Ashikullah Saeed, who doesn't drop many catches at all, originally thought he was going to have to go back, but he had to go forward. So just a misjudgment straight off the bat. And I think that gets him closer to the 100, or 98 at the moment with the ball remaining.
It's the second drop of the game as well, not to be a negative Nancy, but that's quite tough, that is. To be honest, it's a bit of a miss one. Here we go.
All right, everyone stay calm. It's the last ball. And they're not going to hit anything. It's a race. Oh, I think the keeper wins. It was closer than it should have been. It's, for me, check it out the replay. Again, he went to run it in for the touchdown, NFL style. And I think, he's just out. Just out, but it was close. So Norm Omar will affect the run out, and it'll finish 98 for 7. So I guess it's good keeping because he got him. If not, it would have been bad keeping. As he slid it on the spine of his bat anyway, so nothing was grounded, even when he did sneak into the crease. So anyway, it sets 99 for Beveren, but they're close enough if they're good enough. It's a classic case. If Belgian ball mode is activated, you feel like it's not enough. Don't forget they got exactly 99 last night against the European champions Pakake Badalona. That's exactly the target they need. But I mean, they're going to have to handle some difficult spin options from Sporting Alphas. They've got some clever bowlers that take the pace off. So for me, given these two teams, I feel it could be a bit of a 50-50 game at the halfway stage.
Yeah, it certainly could be. Well, that's what they're all playing for here in Carsma this week. Of course, we don't really think these two teams are going to be involved tomorrow, but it's certainly going to be an interesting one later on in a couple of moments' time as we see the response. But we take a look at the highlights then. And well, there's Mark Perman, who's the father of Jack Perman, giving a bit of a fist bump. And well, it started well, but it was Awais Ahmed who really got underway for Sporting Alphas with some lovely shots into that leg side. But there were some moments of funny moments, some comedy moments. But
it was funny when Awais seemed bothered with a clash. Someone that looked like it could be his nephew. But anyway, he looked okay, and look, Perman was slow to start, wasn't he? But did get a couple of Maximos away. But I feel that in this innings, every time it looked like Sporting Alphas were pulling away, Beveren just seemed to find a way to get that wicket.
Yeah, they certainly did. That was a really good delivery from Tadakal. He knew that he was struggling with that slower delivery, that he's got the variation, and he just kept it on the same line. He just turned it up. A bit of hype for Sam Williams. Stigsy.
It's that point of the tournament. Nice National Geographic work as well of the butterfly effect. And Moman, he certainly had his hands full, didn't he, the keeper, in his 10 overs. Most of what he did was good. Saeed had a bit of an off one in the field, and he fumbled that ball 3 times on its own. But yeah, then Awe's got to 29. He got out on the sweep. Another nice catch taken in that position by Azizullah. This was a chance to sneak a run out in the middle of the innings. But anyway, all things considered, look, I think both teams feel like it's winnable. That's how you know it's a fairly even contest. Perhaps Beverin slightly the happier of the two teams.
Well, you never know with scoreboard pressure, of course, that's also a factor to take in. But you mentioned there that Norman Mann's had a bit of a busy one. He certainly did. Well, that was a moment that Sabir Zakil won't want to see back. But unfortunately, he is good because it's a lovely work.
Speaking of Zakil, maybe this is the innings where he can regain his mojo. I know he's had a real rough time of late with the bat and injuries and all those things. I was going to say Israel, he was a real game changer. It looked like Sporting Alphas were heading for maybe the 110 to 120, but he came in and shut the gate in the 8th and 10th. And you saw Altmanzai did his bit as well as he removed the dangerous Smith. So as the 10th over wore on, we had the back-Simone including one of the great high jump hurdles from Azizullah. Saeed shelled another one. He won't be too happy about that. But in the end, that was the difference between 98 and 99. The keeper won the race, so kept Sporting Alphas, the Spanish qualifiers, at 98. Beverin will require 99 for victory. Looking at that scorecard, you can see that the top 3 threatened but didn't quite get away. Always Ahmed with 29, the top scorer. Smith with 24 of 14. Perman just started getting going, then he had to get going for 15. No one else hitting double figures. Low handy boundary late in the piece from Quinlan takes them up to 98. Bowling figures, Charlie. Well, Israel, he stole the show late in the piece.
Yeah, he certainly did. Almost came out of nowhere, really, didn't he, with that first over. 3 for 5 off his first over, then of course went for the rest in his second. But it really was just taking wickets at the right time for Beverin, and you can see they're pretty evenly shared about, apart from Ashkila Saeed. The less about his day out in the field, the better, really. But yeah, it's an pretty even contest at the halfway stage, and I'm certainly looking forward to calling the next half as well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to step aside. I'm going to let Rico come in, and I think it's just fair that Charlie and Rico get acquainted before they'll be united at the ECS a little bit later in the season. For now, it's Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, here with Charlie Hunt. 99 will be the target for the Belgians if they're to register a solitary win in Championship Week. We'll see you after the break for more ECN action. You're watching the European Cricket League.